Hi and welcome. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank you for buying the professional 17-inch 6-blade cylinder mower. In particular, this is the Launcher 163 engine. It's one of our petrol options. Before we start mowing, there are a few things that we need to do to set up to ensure that we get the best out of your mower, to get the best cut for many years to come. To start, we're going to start with detaching the upper handle. And what you'll do is place it in this position. This long bolt through, and you can loosely fasten this nut here. So once you've got this upper handle loosely into position, you can pivot the upper handle upwards, taking this bolt through the lower handle from behind, working it to there. You'll then take your logo plate with the thinner side at the top, place it over and secure it to position with your two dome nuts. Once that's in place, you can use ratchets and spanners to fasten. These ones you'll need a 13 spanner, and for the big bolts at the back you'll need a 17. On the left hand side, as you stand behind the mower, you'll find your height adjustment mechanism here. To raise or lower the height, all you need to do is to turn this knob on the top. So you would turn it in a clockwise direction to raise the cutting height, or anti-clockwise to lower the cutting height. All different grasses and as well as people have their different preferences in terms of grass cutting height. So just familiarize yourself with your particular type of grass and what the desired cutting height is, and then also just have a look at your own personal preference. Once you've found your desired cutting height, it's unlikely that you need to change it, but should you need to, this is the mechanism that you would use to do so. This is one of our petrol engines. It's a 4-stroke engine, meaning that the petrol and the oil go in separate tanks. It's very important to remember that you keep these two separate. You do not want to mix the oil with your petrol, as it can cause damage to the engine, which will not be covered by warranty. So please ensure that you keep the two separate. I'll show you quickly where to put each, the oil and the petrol. The oil that we recommend using is an SAE 30, readily available from Rolux. So I'm going to show you quickly where you would put the oil. This machine itself has already gone through a PDI process and has oil in already. So it's only recommended to put 500 mils. More than that is not required, and in fact may do some damage to the motor. So one bottle of 500 mils is more than sufficient. So I'm not going to put more oil in. As I said, it's already got. But to put the oil in, you would loosen this knob here, and you can see the dipstick will show you that the lawnmower itself has plenty of oil. So again, the other half of getting this engine prepped is to make sure that we put some petrol in. We recommend using 93 octane petrol. It's ideal for these small lawnmower engines. The petrol itself would go into the top of the tank here, and you'll see a little bit later that the cap itself has a petrol logo on it. Okay. Now that we have the mower assembled, the handle's in position, we've chosen our desired cutting height, we've got oil in, and we've got the correct petrol in. It's now time to start the lawnmower. To start the mower, there are a few things that you need to do before you can actually pull the recoil starter. You want to start off by making sure that the cutoff switch is in the on position. Coming down here, you want to make sure that the fuel tap is in the on position as well, and engage the choke, pulling it to the left hand side. Once those things are set up, you can add a small amount of throttle using the throttle lever. You can then grab the handle on the recoil starter and gently pull back. It's important to remember that you only use the choke to start the engine. As soon as the engine is running, it's very important that you put that choke to the off position and run the engine as normal. If you saw to switch off the engine, all you would do is turn your cutoff switch from the on position to the off position. For those of you that aren't aware, these lawnmowers are self-propelled, meaning that when the cutting cylinder is engaged and you pull the clutch lever, the lawnmower will drive itself forward. Okay? It's important to remember that this will only take place when the cutting cylinder is turning and you pull the clutch lever. With the cutting cylinder turning just by itself and leaving the clutch lever alone, the lawnmower will just continue to run in a stationary position. As soon as you engage that, it will run forward. The final thing we'll need to do before mowing is attach the grass box. It's a very simple process. You'll notice that the grass box has two hooks on it, which attach to these two tabs on the mower itself. Simply place it on and you're ready to mow. Thank you once again for purchasing our cylinder lawnmower. We are sure that with proper service and maintenance, you will have many years of happy mowing. For spares and repairs, please contact one of your nearest professional certified dealers, the details of which can be found